What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish and Nicholas YouTube channel. Before we go into Daniel's interview, here is his deck list that he used to get top 8 at California State. Now, as you see here, it's an Yveltal Darkrai deck, but no Garbodor. It's just Keldeo and Seismitoad and just like straight consistency, stuff like that. So, some things to note about his deck list. First of all, you might be like, alright, Squeaky, why do you play like why did you make like a 1/1 Darkrai, this like different Yveltal, different Ultra Balls? Well, when he sent me his list, that's how he has it. He has like one Lysander. I don't have a full art Lysander. He has like one full art Lysander, one regular, one full art Colress, one regular Colress. Like all different ends, all different Sycamores. We talk about it in this article, and it's really cool to know why he does that. Some cool things to know about his deck list. It does play a Getsis, which is pretty cool. He gives a good reason why he plays it. Of course, plays 2 Headringers, which, you know, everything like little spooky. I ask about him in his deck, you know, Trump card and 200 switch. Besides that, I mean, he does play 9 Dark, which most people do only play 8, so it's cool to see one more Dark. And besides that, it seems pretty much straightforward after all those cards. So, hey, hope you like the interview. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Nicholas YouTube channel. Today we're doing another States Questions Answer video with
Daniel Lynch.
And where are you from?
I'm from the Sacramento area in California.
Okay, so where'd you play this weekend?
San Gabriel, which is really far south.
Okay. So how'd you end up doing this weekend?
I got 7th overall, so top 8.
Okay, so how'd you end up doing a Swiss?
Pretty good. I was really happy with my Swiss record. I went 6 wins and 2 ties, which I was really happy about because I hate losing. I wish I did a little bit better day 2, but day 1 I was really happy.
Yeah, so you said you had 2 ties. Were they both like real ties, or one of them was an ID?
They were both real ties. I actually wanted to ID in my last round, but my opponent told me that he didn't want to. Because what I could have done is went 5-0-3 and I still would have gotten 8th seed. But my opponent just wanted to play it out, so I ended up winning anyway, so it was fine.
Okay, so what was your 2 ties to?
My first one was against a Seismitoad Yveltal Garb deck. I think they ran kind of a thin Garb line. And that makes sense because, like, when you play a mirror, it's usually really slow with Yveltal Toad. And there was just no time to finish the 3rd game, so that made sense. And then my other tie was against this guy I know, Eli. He was playing Flareon, a really good list. He ended up making top 4, actually. So I don't feel too bad about tying against him. But yeah, we didn't have time to finish our 3rd game. I think I would have won it, but yeah, we got about halfway through it. We couldn't finish it.
Yeah, that always stinks when you know you're going to win and you're like, man, if we only had like 10 more minutes, I got this.
Yeah, yeah, that happens.
Alright, so what did you play in Swiss? You can just give like a quick rundown, like what decks you played in Swiss.
I kind of don't remember a lot of them. I remember like some of them. I remember I played against 3 Flareon decks.
Okay.
Like I said, Eli was one of them, and then like I said, there was the Seismitoad Yveltal guy, and then one of the Flareon players was I want to say his name's Hale something. He's a really good player though. He's like top 10 in California. And then the other Flareon player played Ninetales, which I thought was kind of cool. That was an interesting twist. I played against one Metacham deck round 1. Which I thought was a cool concept. I played against a metal deck, and I won that. Let me see. I'm trying to remember the other 2, but I don't think I really can at the moment.
No, that's fine, man. I understand. So, what would your favorite match to play against overall?
Definitely Flareon. I teched really hard for Flareon because I knew it was going to be played a lot. That's why I have the Seismitoads. That's why I have the Getsis, because Getsis was really good, actually. I have like a Jirachi 4 Ultra Ball in the Getsis, so I have like 6 outs to it turn 1. So like every time I went against a Flareon deck, I would just Ultra Ball Jirachi and get Getsis and play it turn 1.
Okay.
And since they only run like 4 Sycamore, Juniper, and then the 1 N, as long as they didn't have one of those in their beginning hand, they pretty much just dead drew for the rest of the game and lost.
Oh,
so
it's so good.
Yeah, it just stole me games. Like there was like 4 games during day 1 that I just won on like 2 or 3 turns because I gets this turn 1. It's awesome.
Okay, so did the trump card help a lot against Flareon, or not really?
Not as much as you'd expect, actually. I didn't have it until the night before, actually. I was testing at MTG Deals, which is the location where the tournament was at, and I was kind of hanging out with Chris Silver and Keon, and I just showed Chris Silver my list, and the only thing that he said I should change was take out my professor's letter for the trump card. And I was like, well, this guy's really good. He probably knows what he's doing. So I changed that. But I'm really glad he told me to change it because, like, against my Flareon matchup with Eli, I think if I didn't have Trump, I might have lost that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then in one of my other Flareon matchups, I think I might have lost that one. Well, maybe tied it if I didn't have Trump. So it overall did help, and it helps sometimes against other decks. So I like it.
Okay. Now, we see that you play 2 Energy Switch. So I know most Dark decks don't play Energy Switch anymore. Would you say that was like a really crucial card over the weekend?
I wouldn't say it's super important, but I think it's really good, especially when you have the streamlined build. Like my list doesn't have any Garbodor, so you have space for that. It helped a lot with Baby Yveltal since I run the free, so that like if I start with Darkrai, I can attach an energy to it, put down the Baby Yveltal or retreat, and then energy switch to it and get that turn 1 Oblivion Wing.
Okay.
So yeah, it helped a lot with that. Also helps like early game, like I said, if I had to attach to something in the active so I can retreat. It just like, I don't know, it kept the energy moving so that I could take big knockouts and like one-shot things out of the blue when my opponent didn't think that they could be one-shotted. So I like it.
Okay.
I would even consider going up to 3 actually. Keon said that he would play 3, so I might do that.
Okay, so you played 2 Head Ringers. How good a card was that?
That was very helpful against Toad. I was really concerned about Toad because Toad Slurpuff seemed like a really good choice to me. Like I almost played that deck, and so I tested against it a lot, and I realized that the matchup was like barely in my favor. So I really wanted the Head Ringers in there to just push it over the edge. And like if I went first against Toadpuff, it seemed like every time if I went first and attached a Head Ringer to their Seismitoad, they pretty much just lost like almost every time. So I think it helped a lot against that, and it also helped against Primal Groudon, so that they can't get the Spirit Link down. Because if you like Quaking Punch and they can't get a tool on it, then they can't get the Spirit Link, and then you Head Ringer it. So yeah, I think that matchup would have been a lot worse if I didn't have it too.
Okay, so you didn't play it against any Groudon this weekend, did you?
No, I actually didn't, but I tested a lot against it. So
Okay. So what would your hardest matchup be? Would it be the Toadpuff or anything else?
The hardest matchup at the tournament was definitely against Toadpuff, but that's just because there was no like Manectric decks. There was a very low amount of Manectric decks. I think there was like 4 at the whole tournament, but I think if that was more played, like that Manectric Bats list that you posted on your channel,
okay.
I think if I played against that, I definitely would have lost. So I think if that was played, that would have been tougher. And then also like Fairies, Mega Gardevoir is a little bit tough, but sure. I think both of those decks aren't very played right now, so...
Yeah, I don't think so either. So if you were to play this list tomorrow, would you change anything up, or would you keep it the same?
I think I might want to add in a weakness policy just for Manectric, because I think, like, for example, for this weekend, I'm going to go to Washington States, so I think Manectric's going to go up in popularity a little bit since it made cut a couple times. So I might want to try and fit, like, one weakness policy in, but aside from that, I think I'd keep it pretty much the same. I might want like a Zero Stick to help against Toad.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. I like it a lot.
Alright, so you said you're going to Washington next week. Are you going to go to the 3rd or 4th weekend anywhere else?
Yeah, I was actually planning on going to 4 states originally. I'm going to go to Portland, Oregon on the 11th, and I was going to go to Nanuet, New York, but it's like super far for me since I'm a California player.
True.
But I might have to skip on that one because it's really expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's really expensive just from Tennessee, too, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
So how many championship points are you at currently?
After this weekend, I'm now at 314, so I just got my Worlds invite.
Oh, so congratulations, sir.
Thanks.
Alright, so you said you're at 314. What other tournaments did you do good at?
For cities, I won 2 cities, one of which was in Oregon, one of which was in Washington. Just kind of far to drive for cities.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I won 2 up there, and then I made top 4 at cities with Yveltal Terrakion, which is kind of crazy. And then outside of cities, I think I top 32'd Phoenix Regionals, top 32'd a Regionals in California. I don't remember where it was. And then I won... Like, I have a lot of League Challenge points, actually. I have, like, 80 of my points are from League Challenges.
Same here. I have a bunch of League Challenge points also.
Yeah, I just go to them as much as I can. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know what else it was.
Okay. Now, on your list, I noticed that you play, like, two like 2 promo Yveltals, a regular one, 2 different Yveltal. Like you play like a lot of different counts. You play a full art Toad, a regular Toad, a full art Lysander, a regular Lysander. Was that on purpose, or did you like have a reason to do this?
Yeah, that was totally on purpose. I play all the different rarities and different arts because, like, for example, if I have a full art Seismitoad in my opening hand and my opponent ends me, and then in my new hand I see that I have a regular art Seismitoad, that means now I know, without searching through my deck, that there are both of my Seismitoads in my deck. So that I kind of just took that philosophy and applied it to as much stuff as I could. I tried to get 4 different Ultra Balls, but I couldn't get a reverse of the newer one in time. But
Okay.
I know it's like it's a minuscule detail, but I like to do everything I can to make my deck just like as perfect as I can. So that's why I tried to do that. And then I also just like messing with my opponents because a lot of people, it really bothers them to see all the different arts. Like they have OCD about it, so I just decided I would kind of mess with them by doing that.
Did you play were all your Dark Energies different too?
I think I actually have my deck right in front of me.
Okay.
Some of them are different. I've got like
Yeah, I see the picture that
5
some are different.
yeah, like I've got some of the Umbreon ones, some just like regular, not hollow ones, some of the like old play Pokemon ones. So yeah, like some of them are the same, but mostly different.
Okay, I didn't know you pulled a Ross on us and had all different kind of energies too. But no full art. So is all the ends different too?
I think right now I actually have 3 of the same end.
Yeah, that's what I
I
noticed
don't know
too.
why I didn't go to like more of an extent to try to get different ones, but I think I have like 3 promo ones and then 1 Noble Victories one.
Okay, so maybe you need to work on that more, just a little bit.
Yeah, I do. You're right.
Alright, well, do you have anything else you want to talk about your regionals from this past weekend?
Not really. I think that mostly covers it for this weekend. I had a bunch of fun. Friends make it great.
Okay, yeah, that's always a good thing. And you want to give any shout-outs to anybody?
Yeah, just like everyone that hung out with me, Chris Silver, Keon, both of those guys helped me with the deck. My friend Michael Perez, Chris Collins, who also won Estates, thanks to him. And then if you want to check out my YouTube channel, my name is MBSC space X1, the word. I know it's kind of hard to remember, but I think if you just search like Yveltal Decklist on YouTube, it should be like one of the top 3 lists to
Okay,
come up. Find it that way too.
if that's too hard, I'll just link it down below. I'll give y'all some help out too. So,
Yeah, thanks.
so
Sorry
go
about
subscribe
that.
if you haven't. So, alright, man, well, thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, congratulations on your invite once again.
Thanks.
Alright, take care.